Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Allison Fergit. And it looks like some heavy rain and even potentially strong storms could interfere with 4th of July weekend festivities. So Nicole, what can we plan for the next few hours?
Yeah, we do have some showers approaching the area right now. If we take a live look at radar, some of us are actually already seeing the tail end of this system. That line that's slowly making its way through the area is a cold front. We're already seeing a lot of those showers exit out of Eau Claire now, but we do still have some more moderate rainfall coming now towards La Crosse. As you can see, there's not really a lot of lightning activity in this, so we're not really seeing any thunderstorm activity quite yet, but again, these could strengthen just a little bit. The main risk tonight we're seeing is the chance for that heavy downpour. Otherwise, Eau Claire now seeing the tail end of it, really not looking to see any more additional activity popping up behind this line, so that's the good news for areas further north. But again, especially if you're going out to Riverfest this evening, you might have to be dealing with some showers as we go a little bit later on. Overall, temperatures aren't bad for where it hasn't rained yet, staying in the 80s for those spots. Otherwise, everybody else has cooled down into the 70s due to that rain. Still a little bit sticky out there. Dew points in the low 70s. That could make for some more humid conditions. And again, we still need some rain to pass through as we go into the later evening hours. So I'll have all the details and the timing on those showers and thunderstorms coming up in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office is asking the public for help to find a missing teenager. According to a Facebook post, 16-year-old Ashton Volden was last seen at home in Westby on Friday between 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Ashton is believed to have walked away on foot at this time. Any information about his whereabouts can be shared anonymously through the Vernon County Crime Stoppers website. You can also call the Sheriff's Office at 608-637-2123. And here in La Crosse, people are celebrating the holiday weekend with Day 4 of Riverfest. Today, visitors could enjoy a car show, a cornhole tournament, and a number of family fun shows from juggling to comedy acts. Although there is potential for storms this evening, Riverfest organizers plan to go on with tonight's performances.
Just kind of roll with how things go. We're a rain or shine event, so we just kind of have to go with hoping that Mother Nature cooperates with us.
And Riverfest has big plans for its final night. This evening, Sunshine Drive will take the stage from 6:30 to 8:30, and I can tell you from personal experience, they absolutely rock. And tonight from 9 to midnight, see Boogie and the Yo-Yos close out Riverfest with a show you won't want to miss. And with this being the last day of Riverfest, it's also the final night of the festival's singing competition. For the last few weeks, people around the Coulee region have been auditioning for Riverfest Idol. This afternoon, the final 8 contestants showed off their vocal chops. The winner of Riverfest Idol walked away with a grand prize of $1,000. The runner-up won $500, and third place earned $250. Elsewhere in the Coulee region today, Viroqua hosted its farmers market. Local farmers and artisans were able to sell their locally produced goods. Organizers say the market is also a great place for the community to connect. Vendors will offer cooking tips and share their knowledge about the best growing practices or how their items are made. And La Crosse area residents were able to get in some mindful movement while escaping the heat today. La Crosse's main public library hosted a Qigong class. Qigong is an ancient exercise practice that uses mindful movements and meditative breathing. The practice can help improve joint mobility, balance, and posture while calming the mind.
It's very similar to Tai Chi, so again, very meditative, gentle movements that you're just being very slow and intentional, so kind of taking a nice break out of the day for just mindful movement energy.
If you missed today's class, don't worry. The library is hosting another Qigong session on Saturday, August 2nd. Turning now to national news, authorities say the death toll in the catastrophic flooding in Texas Hill Country has risen to at least 32, including 14 children. The urgent search continues for the missing, including children from a girls' camp. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a federal disaster declaration and added 6 more counties to expand assistance to other hard-hit areas. CBS News correspondent Karen Hua has the latest.
For a second day, rescue teams combed central Texas, searching for survivors after a deadly storm unleashed powerful floodwaters from the Guadalupe River.
Every minute counts, which is why there's people in the air, people in the water, people on the ground right now, because they're looking to save every last life, and we will not give up that effort.
Officials say more than 24 people remain missing from Camp Mystic, a Christian summer camp near the river. Others remain unaccounted for in the area northwest of San Antonio. On social media, President Trump says the White House is working with Texas officials on the response, and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is in the state.
We'll continue to stay engaged, and I'll be here. I'm going to go up to the camp, Mystic, and I'm going to go around town and spend some time here today.
A reunification center is set up at an elementary school where families have been waiting and praying. These residents say they found a girl who told them she was from Camp Mystic after she emerged from rubble left behind by the floodwaters.
We asked her what happened, and she said that her cabin was flooding and someone opened a window and she just flew out of it. It was really scary.
She said she was the only one, but at that point we knew there were other missing girls, but we didn't want to let her know that.
This 12-year-old boy and his family say they're relocating after their campground was flooded.
It doesn't feel safe. It's very humid. There's mud all around, and it just feels like it's tipping over.
The National Weather Service and the private forecasting firm AccuWeather issued warnings hours before the flooding began. Karen Hua, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
The National Weather Service says the slow-moving storm stuck over central Texas is bringing more rain today. Torrential rains continued pounding communities outside San Antonio. Still to come, a better-than-expected jobs report, what it can mean for interest rates when we return.
At Perkins, $5.99 gets you the best breakfast value in America. Get a fresh cracked egg, crispy bacon, and 2 pancakes for just $5.99. The hungrier you are, the better it gets. The Great American Trio, only at Perkins.
It's time to find great summer values at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have everything you need to get out and celebrate the season at unbeatable Farm and Fleet prices. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $10.99. Select Beyond Breeze high velocity fans, $34.99. New at Blaine's, Royal Oak supersized charcoal briquettes, buy one, get one half price. Plus, now through Sunday, we're thanking all first responders and healthcare workers with an extra 10% off their entire purchase. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Jolivet Family Farms homegrown goodness. Stop by today for some homegrown raspberries available in the market. Check for availability. Come see all that we have. Kohlrabi, onions, baby red potatoes, carrots, popcorn, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
It's rodeo time in Holman. Join us this Labor Day weekend at the Cooley Region Riders Club for our 30th annual rodeo. But that's not all. Sunday night, the arena turns into a concert stage featuring country star Easton Corbin with Wisconsin's own Chris Cruzy from The Voice. Purchase your pre-sale tickets to the entire weekend for just $40 at HolmanRodeo.com. This is the premier rodeo experience of the whole Midwest. 2 days, one unforgettable weekend. It's rodeo time. Don't miss it.
At Perkins, $5.99 gets you the best breakfast value in America. Get a fresh cracked egg, crispy bacon, and 2 pancakes for just $5.99. The hungrier you are, the better it gets. The Great American Trio, only at Perkins.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The latest jobs report from the government shows a healthier employment picture than what some economists had predicted. U.S. employers added 147,000 jobs last month, and the unemployment rate dropped to 4.1%. The Labor Department also revised employment numbers from April and May, boosting both by thousands. The numbers increase the likelihood Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will choose to keep interest rates at current levels later this month. Microsoft is slashing around 9,000 employees, about 4% of its workforce. That comes as new labor data shows layoffs in the U.S. have hit their highest level since the pandemic. According to outplacement firm Challenger, Gray Christmas companies have announced more than 744,000 job cuts this year. UPS is offering buyouts to full-time delivery drivers for the first time in its 117-year history. In a statement, UPS says the move is the largest network reconfiguration in the company's history. The president of the Teamsters Union, which represents about 330,000 UPS employees, released a statement criticizing the buyout plan. The move comes months after UPS announced it was cutting roughly 20,000 jobs this year. The company had also announced it would deliver fewer packages for Amazon, which is its largest customer, due to the lack of profitability. And if you're among the projected record number of Americans hitting the road this July 4th holiday period, you're paying less for gas this year. According to AAA, the average price for a gallon of regular was $3.16 in the run-up to Independence Day. That's down more than 30 cents from last year and the cheapest for the holiday since at least 2021. Still ahead, as 4th of July weekend celebrations continue, so do the fireworks shows. Some ways to keep you and your family safe after the break.
And we're still tracking the chance to have some thunderstorm activity going into this evening. I'll have all the details on the marginal risk across the area coming up right after the break.
We're here at U.S. Cellular for Us Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together.
Swag.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
Get up to $500 in instant rebates during the 4th of July Super Weekend at Home Furniture.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a Quarter Pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any two for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Whether you're chasing early morning trout or trolling for walleye at dusk, Fleet Farm's got the fishing gear you need at the best prices guaranteed. Like Zebco's Rome Blue Spincast Reel, on sale for $29.99. The Okeechobee Fat Soft Side Gear Bag is now only $19.99. And Reef Runner's Flash Shad Lipless Crankbaits are just 2 for $17. Turn bites into bragging rights with the right gear from Fleet Farm. And check out all our weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Communities are continuing to celebrate this 4th of July weekend with fireworks displays. And if you choose to light some off at home, there are things to keep in mind. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to stay safe around fireworks.
It's a celebration of independence, but fireworks can quickly turn tragic. In 2024, there were 11 reported deaths from fireworks and an estimated 14,700 people treated in emergency rooms across the country.
Fireworks can be unpredictable. They can be really dangerous.
Tracy Fox with the American Red Cross says the first key to staying safe is always following the fireworks instructions on the packaging and set them off in a clear area away from people, vehicles, and structures. She says to allow only one person to set off the fireworks at a time, and it's important for that person to be wearing eye protection.
And then perhaps most importantly, make sure you've got a supply of water around, whether it's a few buckets or a garden hose. Make sure you've got some sort of water supply just in case things go wrong.
Fox says if there's a dud, never try to relight or pick up fireworks that haven't ignited properly.
Douse it with some water and go on to the next one to keep everybody safe.
Never allow young children to play with or light fireworks, and Fox says that includes sparklers, which burn at temperatures of about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt some metals. Last year, sparklers were linked to an estimated 1,700 emergency room visits.
A fun way to incorporate them is have glow sticks, have noisemakers, even silly string, something like that where the younger kids can still feel like they're participating.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says to also make sure fireworks are legal in your area before buying them, and only purchase and set off ones that are labeled for consumer and not professional use. The agency says to also never use fireworks while impaired by alcohol or drugs. And if you're looking forward to fireworks tonight, I'm not sure how well the skies will be cooperating. Let's send it over to Nicole to find out.
Yeah, you might have to wait just a little bit longer than you did last night to set those fireworks off, because we are still tracking some showers and thunderstorms moving throughout the area, mainly for areas now south and east of La Crosse. Most of the rest of the area has really seen a lot of that activity already move through, or it's currently moving through, and overall the severe risk with a lot of this is looking very low. We're seeing a marginal risk, which is a level 1 out of 5 across the area, mainly for just a possible stronger wind gusts within some of these storms, and then some of those heavier downpours as well. But really, we have not seen a whole lot of actual thunderstorm activity this evening. Thankfully, it's just been a lot of showers out there. As we go throughout the rest of the evening, a lot of this more scattered activity is going to form more into a line, likely near and south of I-90, but we could still see a few more lighter activity just north of the I-90 interstate. Otherwise, a lot of it is going to be finishing off fairly quickly. We could still be holding on to some lighter rain as we go around 10, maybe 11 p.m., but a lot of it should be finished up by then. So if you do have any firework plans, the later the better is how it's looking tonight. Otherwise, we should dry out eventually. Maybe if you want to stay up a little bit later, your best bet is going to be waiting until midnight, but I'm sure we can find some dry slots a little bit earlier in the evening hours. Still going to hold on to some cloudy skies as we go into tonight, and maybe even a few clouds left over in the morning hours for folks just to the east of I-94 and south of I-90. Otherwise, tomorrow afternoon looking very different than we were today. Mostly sunny out there and dry, a little less humid as well. So it's going to be a fairly nice day to finish the weekend out. Here's a look at the rain totals going throughout the rest of the evening. Again, fairly scattered in nature. If you find yourself under one of those more heavier downpours, you could get close to 3/4 of an inch. Otherwise, everybody else just getting some additional lighter measurable amounts as we go throughout the rest of the evening. And then tonight, again, those clouds should be clearing out a little bit later in the night, but we're still holding on to those fairly warm overnight lows. A lot of the area south of I-90 seeing lows near 70 degrees as you wake up in the morning. Everybody else at least staying in the upper 60s. So still a little bit warm, still a little bit muggy tonight, but tomorrow you're definitely going to feel a decrease in that humidity. Still a tad bit humid out there because it is July nonetheless, but not as humid as we were today, and sunny and dry. Near normal highs in the mid 80s for areas south of I-90 and the low 80s for areas closer to I-94. Winds will be fairly light out there on the edge between light and breezy throughout the day, blowing out of the north consistently around 10 miles an hour as we go throughout most of the day. So not a huge story with the winds. Really the only downside for tomorrow is going to be the higher UV index. Definitely going to want to be wearing some sunscreen as you enjoy the sunny and dry conditions out there. Even looking forward to the rest of the week as well. We will have some rain chances, but as far as temperatures go, almost perfect for July, seeing temperatures staying right near that average line near 85 for the rest of the week. So really most of the area will be staying in the mid 80s for the next couple days. Again, a couple rain chances scattered throughout the week. Tuesday, maybe a chance for a thunderstorm to pass through going into Tuesday night and Wednesday as well. Otherwise, Friday and the weekend are looking for now like the best bet to maybe pick up some additional occasional showers. Thursday, maybe a little bit warmer, but overall pretty consistently feeling like July throughout most of the week.
Well, I'll take it. I'm okay with the mid-80s. They might not be everyone's favorite, but I will definitely take them.
It's the normal for now, so I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. And coming up next in sports action from the Viroqua Park Bowl. It's the 45th annual Viroqua Legion Baseball Tournament. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together over delicious food.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now. Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
It's a special weekend over in Viroqua celebrating their 50th year of Legion Baseball with their 45th annual Legion Baseball Tournament. But this year is the first tournament without Pete Swanson. Swanson passed away last summer, a huge part of baseball in the Viroqua community, and they honored him last night by retiring his number and dedicating the scoreboard in his name. So let's go to Pete Swanson Field. A lot of action at the Park Bowl this weekend, including Westby Coon Valley taking on West Salem Post 51. Westby would strike first with a runner on. Everett Hoven. Lines went out to the gap in center field. Beckett Brugan touches home. Westby in front, but Post 51 would answer. Luke Baginski at the plate. He gets all of this pitch over the outfield and off the wall. That scores a run. West Salem ties it at 1. Later in the inning, Terrian Bolin with a chopper back to the pitcher. Baginski looking to score, and the throw goes over the head. West Salem takes a 2-1 lead. But Westby would fight back as Grady Ivenstad gets one through into the outfield for an RBI single. The Bandits would add on a few more as they would go on to win this one 8-4. Let's go to the MLB. The Minnesota Twins were hosting the Rays. Bases loaded in the second for Royce Lewis, and he's going to hit a little dribbler up the first base line. The throw to first, not in time. Everybody's safe. Twins take the lead. 6th inning, Minnesota down 5-2. But how about Cody Clemens? He's all over this pitch, deep to left, and it's gone. We're all tied at 5. Then in the bottom of the 9th, runners at the corners, and Brooks Lee is going to lay it down, and that is perfect. How about a walk-off bunt? It's their second straight game with a walk-off as Minnesota gets the win 6-5. And just a little bit ago, the Brewers wrapped up their game down in Miami. It was tied at 2 going into the 8th inning, but a bad inning for Jared Koenig opened the door for Miami as they would get the win 4-2. I'll have full highlights of that one tonight at 10. I'll also have action from the Northwoods League this steam in a doubleheader over at Copeland Park, and the Loggers in action at Waterloo. A lot going on this 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, sounds like it. A lot of baseball, softball, but I have to say, I mean, I was up in the Northwoods the past few days, so I haven't been super tapped into sports, but I mean, you have to, if you're talking about the 4th of July in sports,
yes.
You got to talk about competitive
Joey
eating.
Chestnut. I wish we had more highlights of him in action to show today, because yesterday was so impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I could watch those videos. I know Nicole was talking about how she can't watch those videos, but they're just so fascinating how much they can put down.
You have to have a strong stomach for that kind of thing,
Yes,
even just to watch it. So to do it yourself, I don't know if there's anyone as dominant in their profession as he is.
He might be the most
in their
dominant
sport,
athlete of all time.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron James, you can make these arguments, Simone Biles, but really, Joey Chestnut, every year he shows up and he wins.
I wish we had some eating competition down at Riverfest, maybe some cheese curds,
well, there was
ice
that
cream.
singing competition that they're
kind of
doing
the
now.
same thing.
They're really similar if you think about it. Yeah, maybe we got to talk to the people at Riverfest. Maybe we can sponsor something and News 8 Now. I don't know.
We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. All right, we'll have another look at the weather when we come back.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
It's time to find great summer values at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have everything you need to get out and celebrate the season at unbeatable Farm and Fleet prices. Like 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand wild bird food. Rewards members get 2 for $12. 60-inch plastic pools, just $17.99. All American flags are on sale, 15% off. Plus, now through Sunday, we're thanking all first responders and healthcare workers with an extra 10% off their entire purchase. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Jolivet Family Farms homegrown goodness. Stop by today for some homegrown raspberries available in the market. Check for availability. Come see all that we have. Kohlrabi, onions, baby red potatoes, carrots, popcorn, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Get Grandma's home-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn for $18.99, as well as mixers for $4.50. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Well, Cade doesn't think that you can get ice cream in the rain, but I am a firm believer that you can get ice cream whenever you want. In the winter, when it's 80 degrees and raining, you might have some decent melting combined with the rain and the 80-degree heat, but it's a good ice cream night. It's a holiday weekend.
Oh,
Treat yourself.
You have to have ice cream. Maybe this is going to be the eating contest that we'll sponsor.
Ooh, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that. Okay, brain freeze.
Yeah, brain freeze.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tonight at 10.